It's like dough. I'm just making a pizza, guys. No, you don't like it? Come feel it. You'd hate it even more.
Ooh, I want a gem kit.
Where's my cooking spray?
And when I use my coupon, this is gonna be very affordable.
Oh
Like
my
the
god,
little
they really didn't care for this kit.
What's up, guys? My name's Kelsey.
And my name is Becky.
And we are the Sorry Girls.
And today we're going to attempt to hack some DIY kits.
Yes, we were sitting in the office brainstorming a video, and there's some really cool DIY kits out there, but there are also some really questionable ones. So today we're gonna hit the craft store, pick up some questionable DIY kits, and try to turn them into something that you will never believe came from a DIY kit.
Never seen before. Okay, let's go find some kits.
Sorry, that was like me trying to do like a cool transition, but then Becky kept walking, so let's go! Gingham is everywhere.
It's $1? It's certainly not $1.
Oh, 100.
I know, right?
I literally thought that said $1.
You're missing the period right there.
Wow.
Okay,
Rip off.
dinos for you.
Ooh, I want a gem kit.
Oh my god, a solar system like little thing.
I feel like
mobile.
I'm a kid again, eh?
I don't want to change these DIY kits anymore. They're too cool. I just want to make this.
Wait, they have such cool ones.
This is a good option. And when I use my coupon, this is gonna be very affordable.
We love a coupon.
Coupon!
There's so many in this aisle.
Becky, what can you do with this? Tell me. This
What
is a challenge.
is it?
You can make it a horse.
Thanks, Claire. Thanks.
Stupid.
Can you just say the name of this out loud for me?
Loop-de-loom. It's so silly.
Oh my god, a pin making kit that's kind of
Shut
awesome.
the up. That is so cool. Wait, we should come here more often for some design inspo for real.
Oh my god, can I just make Danny out of that, please?
This looks like the 5-minute craft DIY. Remember that? String
I
light.
had to put petroleum jelly on with tiny hands. This DIY is going from 0 to 100 grossness real quick. Ew. I don't think I've ever hated anything more.
Yarn llama. Love at first sight. Oh my god, we're giving all these kids just like so much free promo. Making this cute craft is no problema. So cute.
Oh
like
my
the
god,
little
wait, they
tassels.
really didn't care for this kit. It's rock painting.
Wait, is it? Do you have to bring your own rock?
I don't think so. I think it's full of rocks.
Wait, it won a toy award.
Best toy award. It's literally painting a rock. This is the worst thing I've ever seen. Stepping stone kit. What's that one?
Personalize your plate. Why is there like footprints on your plate? I guess it's one of those wall plates.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. All right, I'm back from the craft store and I got the super string lantern kit. And this one was extremely appealing to me because, as you may or may not remember, I totally, bleep this out. I totally f***ed up when I tried to make a string lantern before, and you, like, how can you mess up a 5-minute craft DIY? It's still a ball, it's just like, it's a flated ball. But I did, embarrassingly. So this is like my redemption, I think. And as is, they're like kind of cute, but I feel like there's something I can do to make them way cuter. Let's open her up and see what we got. We have our yarnies. We have our candle lights. We have our instrucciones. We have, oh, the balloony things. Yeah. What else we got? Oh my god, that was so stupid. This is one of those things where they make the box bigger just because they think it'll look more impressive, which is extremely frustrating. So maybe this was my secret ingredient that I was missing when I was trying to do this DIY before. It looks like this is glaze. I think I mixed glue and water, but I'm excited to try again. So I don't think this is really the first step, but I did it. I blew up my mini beach balls that are so cute. And I think I'm only gonna do 2, even though you can do 3 with this project. I think this is my goal today. Now, I know these are supposed to be like little string art lanterns, very tangled vibes, but I'm gonna stray from the script here and I'm gonna make something a little bit different. I believe my first step is going to be wrapping these balls. Just wrap your balls. Don't be silly, wrap your ball. can hear Justin laughing. I'm also just gonna call these instructions because they say the first thing you should do is create the tassels. Why would you create the tassels when you have to wait so long for the string balls to dry? Yeah, no. I'm gonna rewrite this situation. So for some reason, they want us to cover this with plastic. So my instructions have already led me astray because it says to take my yarn and to like pull it apart to create an O. And like, I know what they're talking about, but like I don't know if this is gonna work. Oh, actually maybe it did work. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in my glaze and start stringing. Okay. Oh my God, of course I can't find the end. Why? Okay, we're just gonna have to DIY an end for this. Here goes nothing. So I feel like I figured out by the end of this, I figured out the best way to do it is you like roll the ball. And it's honestly not that hard. Like the instructions said, I just tuck in the ends of the strings. So I have my 2 orb spheres here, and this is where I'm gonna stray from the instructions. So I actually have some white yarn, and I just think that that's more of the vibe, or at least more of my vibe. So I'm going to be wrapping the whole bottom portion of my string balls here with the white so that it kind of just looks like overall a white cup. And I'm only doing the bottom half because guess what? I'm not making this a sphere, I'm making it a half sphere. See how it goes. Taking my thicker white yarn that yes I supplied and didn't come in the kit, but oh well. I'm going to wrap this around really tightly all the way around the bottom half so that it kind of looks like a nice organic woven basket. And then I'm adding 4 loops. This is gonna act as support as well as a place to hang my lantern because, well, it's kind of a lantern. We'll get to that. We'll get to that part. But I'm doing kind of like a hanging basket lantern instead of the hanging orb. Anyways, so I rested my orbs in some mugs and I'm putting those to the side to dry. And now I'm doing the thing that you were supposed to do in the beginning, which doesn't make any sense, and that's make some tassels. So they gave me this little tassel making tool, which is definitely unnecessary. As you guys know, you can make a tassel using your hand, but I'm gonna use their stupid little thing. Actually, am I? I feel like I don't want my tassels to be that big. Not gonna use that. So I'm just gonna use this like glittery string that it came with that you're supposed to like decorate on the outside of the orb. But instead this is gonna be my tassel string as well as the string I use to hang it up. So I gotta make sure I don't use it all. So instead of using the template that they gave me, I'm just gonna use the old-fashioned way, which is my hands, just wrapping around the string a couple of times, or a couple of times. I'm then taking another small piece of string to tie and make the top of my tassel, as well as to wrap one around the other way to create the head of the tassel, and then all I need to do is trim it with some scissors. So now I have 2 little tassels and I have some dry baskets as well. So I quickly realized that I totally messed up this step, and you're supposed to leave like the top of the balloon like exposed so you can let out the air. But I messed up. But also I am cutting this up because I'm not using it as an orb, I'm using it as like the structure for the basket. So let's see what we can do here to get these bead balls out. Guns out, balls out. Okay. All right, so with my string all in my basket and it's hung, I added the little tassel with just some hot glue onto the bottom. And this is looking real cute, but you know I'm gonna take it a couple steps further. So I have these candles here that were supposed to go in the lanterns, and I think these are still gonna act as lights, especially like in a dark space, they can light up kind of the ceiling. I mean, this is really cute, but you know I'm a sucker for plants, so I have some faux greenery here that I'm just going to glue in as a final touch. So I now have both of my baskets done with some greenery and they're looking so cute. And I also just realized this is total Libra vibes. So if you want to make these and have a little photo shoot or just have your room be like subtly Libra themed. If you're a Libra, then you should do that because Libra, balancing vibes. So my last step is to just take one of these candles and add it into the bottom. And this way it can just like light up the ceiling from wherever this is being hung. And my little light basket DIY is complete. I'm really hoping to put this in a dorm room this season. So make sure you guys are subscribed so that you don't miss out on dorm season. Dorm series season.
All right, so for my kit, I ended up picking this stepping stone kit, and this is so wholesome. It's meant to be made, I guess, with your family name on it. We have the Clarks here, and it's kind of giving me terrazzo vibes, so terrazzo vibes. I'm sorry if you guys are annoyed of us doing terrazzo DIYs, but this one's gonna be a little bit different, and I still am obsessed with this trend, so we're gonna try and do something cool with this stepping stone kit. So I think my first step is gonna be opening it and seeing what they actually want me to make and read the instructions. And then from there, I'm gonna see how I can alter it into what I actually want it to be. Okay, some letter molds, which are double-sided. I actually didn't even think that it would have this. I thought that like the word was just like an added touch they did. I don't know why. This is so smart. Okay, then we've got what I assume is the concrete or plaster of Paris, whatever they're using for this, and then the mold for it, which is great. And then these are the glass pieces, which there is no way that you could make this rainbow pattern here with all of these pieces with this little bag of pretty much only green shards of glass. And then lastly, these literally look identical to those like candies. All I can picture is you get them in like the little mall vending machines. You put in a corner, you get a handful of them. These look edible is what I'm trying to say. Okay, let's get to the instructions here. Ooh, included patterns. No, thank you. Okay, is this, okay. Oh, couldn't find step one. Why am I so confused already? Apply a thin coat of cooking spray. Where's my cooking spray? Oh, you get to mix it in this. Wow, static is real. These pictures are terrible and tiny. Also, this is not to scale. Is it supposed to be? Okay, I get it. I get what we're supposed to do. I get it. But we're not doing any of that. So, what I want to do is take kind of the cement mold and the shape that it sort of already is and do like a half cement tile, half wood cutting board or charcuterie board, because I think that'd be really cute and actually make this look legit and something I might actually want to have in my kitchen. So I think the first step is going to be, like they said, taking the tile pieces I have and figuring out which ones I want to use and like which pattern I want to do. Yeah, we'll go from there. Okay, so I opened up the glass and decided I wanted to go with kind of this like bluey, white, purple, black theme. And then I'm just using a hammer to break them up to make them even a little bit tinier. Make sure you do this in something and wear protective eyewear so that you don't get hurt. So since I want to make this half wood, half cement, I need one straight edge that I can join some wood to. So I'm just using some cardboard and some tape to section off a part of this already made plastic mold so that I can have one straight edge. So now my mold looks something like this. I hope it stands up. I'm not sure, but we're gonna find out together. So my next step is going to be actually pouring in the cement, mixing that up in the bag they gave us. One thing that I need to figure out before I pour the cement is that I want to be adding handles onto my finished product so it can be a little tray that we can pick up. So what I need to do is make sure I section out holes in the cement for the screws to fit once it's dry, because it's going to be harder to drill through, so it's better to just make sure there's space for those screws right now. So I think I'm going to use some cardboard as well to make little tubes that I can stick into the cement, so when it dries we have holes already in there. Now let's get to mixing some cement. Okay. It says 430 milliliters of water, which this feels like a lot, but following this kit. Ew, it looks like a milk bag, which if you're not from Canada, maybe you have no clue what I'm talking about. Okay. I do not trust that this little Ziploc-y seal is gonna not make a mess of this, but okay. Ew, it's so warm. It's kind of disgusting. But also, this is a much cleaner way of mixing cement than we really ever do. So maybe there's something to it. It's like dough. I'm just making you pizza, guys. No, you don't like it? Come feel it. You'd hate it even more. I feel like it's gonna be hard to get all the clumpy bits out. Mamma mia, becca pizza. Squeeze the pouch to mix all the cement. It's the only instructions I get. All right, here we go. Okay. It's like icing sugar. Once the cement was in, I'm putting in all my little pieces that I broke up, and then not forgetting to add the little tubes, which will create spaces for the handle to go in afterwards. Now that it's done, it's starting to look like the world's weirdest birthday cake.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah? The little candles. So I'm just gonna let that set and hopefully dry in the right position. While this dries, I can move on to getting the wood part ready. So for the wood side of my charcuterie board, I'm just using a regular piece of butcher's block, but I want to cut it so that it has a similar geometric shape that my piece of concrete is going to have when it's dry. So my first step is going to be tracing that out and then cutting my butcher's block down to a matching, what are we, a hexagon? 2, 3. I think a hexagon shape on this side, or half a hexagon. Okay, let's get to tracing. So now that my piece has been cut, I sanded it all smooth and it's looking so beautiful like this. So next up we need to add a handle onto this side because the other side is gonna have the concrete with the other handle, obviously. So I'm marking out where my handle needs to go on this side and then using a drill bit to drill all the way through. My screws for this handle actually are shorter than the whole piece of wood. So on the back side I need to make slightly larger holes so the screws can sit in a little bit and therefore stick out the front, and I can screw it all together. So this is my 1/2, or should I say like 2/3 of the cutting board. But now I think my actual concrete kit is completely dry, so it's time to crack this guy open. I'm a little nervous because it's gotta be nice and flat and smooth for it to stick up against my wooden piece, but let's find out how she goes. It's gonna be so great, Claire. It's gonna be so beautiful. So it did come out of my mold pretty nicely, but the one thing I noticed is that the green tape from the painter's tape I used to actually create the one side of the mold did transfer onto the white concrete, which is a little bit annoying because it left like a green tint. So if you're planning to do this, make sure you use white tape or you might see it. Overall, it came out really nice, but I just used a little bit of sandpaper to smooth it down and make that one edge really flat. As for the handle, it can go in the same way as the wood one. I also needed to make sure that on the back, I drilled a little bit of a bigger hole so the screw could sit in like we did on the wood side. Now that this side is complete, it's time to attach them together, and for that I'm using some strong construction adhesive. We have used this exact kind for attaching marble to wood before, and it works really well. Just make sure you tape it into place really tightly and let it sit for a full 24 hours. So my glue has completely dried, and this is how my little charcuterie board is looking. It's so cute. I love how it's turning out. So I think I'm pretty much done here. My last step is just gonna be to put some butcher's block oil on the wood part before I use it. And just make sure that you keep any exposed food onto the wood side, and anything that's in a container can go on the concrete side. But overall, I'm so happy with how this kit hack turned out. I think this is much cuter than the stepping stone they suggested for me to make, but that would have been cute too, I suppose. No, this is so much cuter. Overall, I think what I made is a little bit cuter than the stepping stone the kit wanted me to make originally.
All right, thank you guys for tuning into this week's episode where we hack craft kits.
If there's a specific kit maybe you want us to do again in a follow-up to this video, please let me know below because I could do this again. This was actually really fun.
Yeah, it's nice to be able to say, like, these are our options. This is what we can make. We're gonna flex our creative muscle. All right, thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, make sure that you give it a like.
And if you loved it, make sure you give a subscribe.
And we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye. Welcome to the end slide. We want to give a shout out to Rise and Shine Chic for making this DIY wedding decor. It looks like they turned it into decor in their own home, which is so great. So thank you for doing that. Thank you for sending us your photo. Make sure you guys are using #SorryGirlsSquad so we can see your DIY recreation.